Hey bro, are you ready? Welcome guys, coming.
Sorry.
Bobby is no worries. You log in just in time for this to start. So we are live.
You start without waiting for me.
Yes.
Well,
The show must go on.
Sorry,
okay.
sorry.
No problem.
So, anyways, guys, just come in, grab a seat, grab a drink, grab some snacks, as Thomas always like to say. Drop a line in the comments. All right. Hi, Roshan. Thanks for joining us. Hi, Leonard.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us. Yeah. Mohammad Ilham, first time. Thank you. All right. Wow, Alan Tan, so fast for question. Come lah, shoot while we are still waiting for more people to come on board. All right.
Panas.
Chong is here. Vishalan is here. Yong Yao Lo is here. Yeah.
Bobby, you know what the epic, Bobby? You know the picture you have in the background? Your background picture? I want to see how can I make a video background, like a moving picture. So I'm like a drop top, moving to the fan, and then like moving background, like cocky.
Green screen sure can.
Yeah, must try.
Mugilan is with us, Carnison is with us, JDV is with us, Ivan Lim is with us. Okay, so we are barely 2 minutes in, and we've got 42 of you guys with us. So Mugilans, thank you, bro. We feel the love too. Hi, Gary.
Hey, Con, this is linked to YouTube also.
It's linked to my YouTube.
Oh.
I'm not casting it on my channel.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So
sorry for the hair.
I had to put a lot of hair product to make this stick. So it's not easy. If you saw my video on Sunday, I came ill prepared, suddenly became live, and my hair was made a mess. So yeah, I feel for you, bro.
Yeah, so before we get started, Alan has a question actually. How to check history of the car with JPJ during phase 1 since we can't go to JPJ? SICA also can't be done unless thumbprint before. Honestly, I think this is something that we'll just have to wait until when they loosen up more restrictions. Right?
What do you mean by history, Con?
No, the thing is that you can go to JPJ, you can pay some money, and then you can pull out your car's ownership history from records.
Really? Yeah, I thought you can't do that. You can. I know they ask for reason. I think like if you act like accident or whatever.
Yeah. I think if you say you want to buy over the car is a valid reason, but it's just that the hassle of actually going to JPJ then makes a lot of people want to do it. And just as a testament of the impact of what we say.
Serious?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it shouldn't be 100, 150, right? The bugger put. Wrong. 150 is wrong. 150 wrong price.
148 is it?
Okay. I mean, I can only understand. Bobby is trying to protect the turf of his value.
That was not the intention. But true enough, because the coupe is going about 150, right? 150. Then the 4-door going about 190. So how can the cabriolet be 150? Shouldn't be, ma.
So in terms of value hierarchy, for the 6 series, for that generation of 6 series, you definitely see coupe is here.
For any car, shouldn't it should be the cabriolet should be the highest value, ma?
Unless
that part is true.
I got one exception. Z4 M Coupe.
Oh yeah.
So very rare cases will call that is the true, but other than that, you're right. It's always drop top lah.
True. Theophilus typing Chinese. Hey, what's that?
Ganesan says, suggest this for your hair solution.
Hair solution. It's a hair trimmer to cut your hair.
I bought a hair trimmer, but I use it to cut hair from other places.
Okay. All right. We shall explore not further on that one.
The kind of places where you cannot get a service to do so.
That means your provider service must be questioned lah.
Let's quick one to answer Ivan Lim. Yes, there is. You can head over to any of our Evo Club.
Wow, Ivan, this Ivan from where?
Evo Club, trusted workshops or inspection centers to have any perspective.
No, Con, you have to tell Ivan how many. Oh, who is that? Very fast, very good.
Yes. Well trained by HP. Well done.
Yeah.
Okay. So
52 inspection center all over the country.
So this is a newly updated figure provided by our partner GMR. Thank you, GMR, for being such a wonderful partner in supporting our Evo Club trusted workshops and Evo Club extended warranty scheme, right, where we can help car owners out there to enjoy a greater peace of mind with their car ownership.
Chiang, can you click around the top 5 bars and then you will jump to the red? You scroll up to the, and then the 5 bars, different color.
Central region.
You can click the color bar and then you will jump straight to the area with the workshops. And then every workshop has the Google Map and Waze.
Yeah, Waze.
Wow.
So it's very, very convenient. It's a very comprehensive directory that we took the effort to compile. Yeah.
So if you took our warranty program, there are 82 workshops that will support you.
Correct.
Because once you're under our warranty, you need to service your car twice a year. Basically, make sure your car is in good condition. Yeah. And in order for you to renew it the next year. So there are 82 workshops all over the country to support you. And initially, when you need to do an inspection, when you found a used car, you think you want a third-party inspection, then we have 52. So why is it important to have independent? You see, I notice now there's a lot of tie-in inspection done before the car was. I don't know. I mean, if I'm selling car to you, and I already tie in an inspection and tell you it has already been inspected, isn't that a bit contradicting? The point is that you want to inspect the people who are selling you the car, not the people selling you the car telling you that it has already been inspected. No problem, bro. It's like, dude, right? You want someone who has no connection with the seller, someone like us, someone like our independent inspection center to tell you what the hell is wrong with that car. And keep telling you that do not buy. I have personally joined in with a few sessions that I managed to join in, where actually the inspection tell the potential buyer, no, don't go ahead. And true enough, So thanks for the question, allowing us to promote ourselves a bit.
Yeah. So before we proceed further, Chiang, can you just show us what we have done over the past 1 week, just to refresh our audience, our videos over the last 7 days.
Oh, is it playing? No sound one.
Yeah, where's the sound?
Hey, Chiang, why no sound? Ha 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 ha. No sound.
This was a damn good session you guys had with Prakash last week.
Yep.
Why is this here? Why are we doing a live showing another live? There are 2 tanas.
You can never have too many tanas.
This was Priswi with Al Bakri.
Yeah, that's what happened on Tuesday. And then Nas explaining Mercedes models.
Yeah.
Hey, Con, that day I saw a Mercedes CL, first gen CL, selling 58,000.
What?
It was on deal of the day. Tanah, 58, Tanah.
What?
No. CL, bro.
CL500 ah.
Now, yes. Now we see con inside con. Oh, myself.
Wow. When I was watching this that video just now of you at Prestige, right? There was one thing that you said that sort of that leads us to our main topic today. The time when you saw the Bentley, the Continental GT, and the Rolls-Royce, the classic Rolls-Royce, and the what you said about how Rolls-Royce, all right, is able to retain its value, but the Bentleys, the Volkswagen era Bentleys, they don't.
No. I said amongst Bentleys, the Volkswagen era Bentley get to retain.
Correct.
Yes, the modern ones don't.
The modern ones don't, exactly. But here's the funny thing, right? So when that whole drama between Volkswagen and BMW tussling for Rolls-Royce, all the know-how, all the engineering know-how of the company that built Bentley and Rolls-Royce went to Volkswagen. BMW only got the brand.
Right? BMW did not even buy the brand, to be honest.
Yeah.
You see, Volkswagen spent initially it was the bidding. Everybody is not bidding. It's like it's a bit of a bidding lah. I remember Mercedes put forth about 480 million. That was the million era. Not until now. Everything billion. Suka billion. Now crazy. So Mercedes put forth about 480 million. Then BMW, I think they tendered in 500 or something like that. Then Ferdinand Piëch, Volkswagen, is like die. They want to buy Bentley and Rolls-Royce.
Yeah.
So Volkswagen went in with 700 million. So it was the highest bid, and I think the Brits are pulling sort of like basically the Brits are taking the Germans for a ride lah. I felt like now they are like, you bombed my city last time, huh? Now I'm gonna because
the backstory was that the Rolls-Royce brand, the Spirit of Ecstasy and all that, right, belonged to the aircraft engine maker.
No, the RR, just the RR alone, all right, belongs to the aircraft maker.
Yeah.
And I think Rolls-Royce did it on purpose. They kept quiet about it. So during the due diligence, Volkswagen did not check through this. All right, Volkswagen outright bought everything. Basically, lock, stock, barrel, Rolls-Royce and Bentley crew, everything, all the Rolls-Royce prototype, all the past models of Rolls-Royce, everything. Volkswagen bought everything. And then somehow BMW found a backdoor to Rolls-Royce engines, and the RR logo, the patent, the trademark, the copyright, everything sits with the engine manufacturer. And BMW paid only 70 juta, 70 million. 1/10 of what Volkswagen paid to license the brand, to build Rolls-Royce cars, and nothing else. They only licensed the logo and nothing else. And by right Volkswagen, if I'm Volkswagen, I will sue. I'm sure I will sue Rolls-Royce or whatnot. But I think Volkswagen decided to just, the German way lah. They close the door and then they reach an amicable thing at the back or something like that.
But the deal, right? It's not just the brand, Apparently that trademark Rolls-Royce grille was also
the sarong.
Yes.
That was trademarked together.
All right. So, anyways, the whole point I raised that, right, is because, you see, the thing is that the essence of what made Rolls-Royce and Bentley all those many decades ago now resides with the Volkswagen side, with Bentley. But Rolls-Royce now is merely carrying on the brand. But in terms of appeal, all right, in terms of the way we see these cars, right, when you compare the depreciation of a flying spur versus that of a wraith of a ghost, there is no context. So, the interesting question now then becomes, right, where did the paths of these two guys diverge that there's such a discrepancy between them then and now?
Yeah, I have no answer for that, to be honest, because I just couldn't understand why the Flying Spur just doesn't command that kind of resale value a Rolls-Royce Ghost or Phantom could,
Exactly. I mean, when I was watching your video this afternoon after our team meeting, I was like, oh, really? Yeah, that realization just
I think I think of the lot. If you think about BMW, Mercedes, and maybe even VW right now, I think BMW is a master of marketing. I think they're very smart. I think they're smart in how to retain what is the intipati, the soul. I mean, even like Mini Cooper, how to keep that what is the essence of it? Even the BMW today, you can talk anything you want about it, but they're very smart to be different. So in that sense, I think the point is you can always buy engineers, you can always buy technology and make it to tune you want.
You want to see how. Here's the illustration of just how good BMW's marketing is, right?
Yeah.
Between BMW, Mercedes, and Rolls-Royce, BMW has the least motorsports pedigree, but it's the enthusiast brand.
True.
It has the least motorsports pedigree versus Mercedes and Audi, but it is the enthusiast brand.
But I guess BM also lost to Merc in terms of what I call Merc has got a more wider appeal. So you want to make more money or you want to be more niche kind of stuff, So I think no matter what you say and done, Merc is more global appeal, Mercedes.
Yeah.
So, give and take.
I think, Tana, that has something to do with Mercedes being a luxury brand since day one. And Mercedes is also, of course, the inventor of the automobile, right?
Yeah.
And they have never not been around throughout since day one. Like BMW, there was a time they were making household pots and pans.
Correct.
After after World War One.
After the World War. Yeah.
After World War One or World War Two, was it? It's World
War Two.
World War Two. Yeah. BMW was a goner at that time, and Audi was even worse. Audi, which is called Auto Union for most of its part, was bombed to smithereens. They were non-existent. Basically, they were bombed until they do not exist at all.
The name exists.
Nothing existed after the war. Nothing from Auto Union existed at all. It was completely flattened. Nothing was left, and until Volkswagen, which is Ferdinand Piëch, they bought up the brand. They bought up the brand and restarted. So I guess that part cannot be compared, lah. But then back to Rolls-Royce, I think BMW did a really, really good job in pushing Rolls-Royce up to that level and being very, very careful and very patient with launching models and all that. BMW was being they did a really, really good job. They basically have to find a new location, set up a new, because traditionally Rolls-Royce was made in Crewe, right? And Crewe is now only making Bentleys, right? So BMW had to find a new site, have to hire new people, everything. They set up new stuff.
Everything from scratch.
And I think part of it they have to also, I think some of the credit must be given to Volkswagen, whereby they decided to focus on Bentley instead. They see a larger market appeal than trying to fight a litigation war that's gonna drag on, right?
Yeah, agree. That was them being, I think that was them being prudent. Yeah.
Yeah. interesting. That
and I think also being German, I mean, working with Germans also, I think Germans have a lot of trust. If they say, okay, can you do it? Yes. How much you need? As much. Fine. I trust you. Give you money. Go and do it. So they have a bit of trust in. If you're a professional, I trust you. Like with MG, they trust MG, and MG did the whole screw up, like, no. So if you look at MG and look at Rolls-Royce, they retain people from Rolls-Royce and they say, okay, we trust you, or to get professionals to do the job correctly. So I think that that German trust is there. So yeah,
I think the lesson that they learn is this: you can let the Brits be in charge of taste and style and sophistication, right? And workmanship. You don't trust them on management, on finance, on that kind of stuff. The Germans retain their part, they retain their part, and they let the Brits do what they are good at, which is sophisticated craftsmanship, exquisite taste. And
tell us what you want. We'll give you the platform. but you tell me how to market this. Tell me how to make it interesting.
Tell me the front end what you need. Don't mess with the back end. Back end is fine.
I mean, Mini is another great success story for them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You look at what they have. This is a very good picture of the BMW group in general, right?
Hey, so, you guys know one thing or not, Con? When BM bought over the whole MG group, right? That time MG was under BMC, ma. So they bought over the whole Rover group, and of course we all know that they retained Land. At first they retained Land Rover and Mini, right? And then they sold Rover off, right, for £10, right? So they sold it off for £10, and then Land Rover, of course, they developed X5, right?
Yeah.
They have the 4-wheel drive technology and all that, the know-how, and then they developed X5. After they developed X5, they sold Land Rover off to Ford, right? And then they keep Mini, right? Do you know there was a brand BMW is still keeping from the whole Rover acquisition?
Yes. I can't remember what.
Triumph. Yes. it's still with them. The brand is still with them. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. It's just you wonder when they will just take this card out and play.
I don't see this brand having any.
It's a money making business line.
I don't think there's any connection left anymore. You know, it's as good as dead now. It's just like the youngsters now will not correlate MG with motorsport, whereas MG back then can be mentioned in the same breath as Lotus.
Correct.
Back in those days, right? So it's a goner lah. I don't think.
No, but it's interesting. Now you steer the discussion towards the path of Mini, and that brings us to the Mini, right? Amongst all the automotive brands out there, I feel Mini is one that somehow it manages to transcend. It's a very transcending appeal. Mini has something that you can go with a hairdresser, like a hairdresser car, a poser car, right? There's something that's stylish, and they also have something that legitimately appeals to the enthusiasts, like their JCW range and whatnot. So, what do you guys think is like the essence of Mini's appeal, that they have managed to appeal in so many different directions?
To me, as a past Mini owner, right, I think what BMW did with Mini is a greater achievement than what they did with Rolls-Royce, to be honest. Rolls-Royce is so easy. They just make it as big, as expensive, as crazy as possible. But Mini, right, the proposition of Mini back then was a cheap, in fact, it's so cheap, it's so Spartan. It is supposed to be the back to basics car. It's supposed to be your Kalisa, your Axia. And that was what Mini was, right? It's like a no-frills. Even, I mean, when Ford bought a classic Mini back to study how Alec Isogonis was able to produce that car at such a cheap price, they realized Mini did not do their accounting right. They were losing money for every car they were selling. So the classic Mini was a money-losing business without the Brits realizing it. They did not realize it's money-losing, They did not do their accounting well. They thought, it's the cheapest car out there, and then they sell a lot, and then it was actually driving BMC to the grounds. And from that, and turn it to a luxury brand. It's amazing. Just imagine Mini, BMW taking all the virtues of Mini, which is a cheap, basic car, and sell it as a premium luxury lifestyle brand. I think that journey is amazing. It's just amazing how they're able to just turn it like that.
And they what the best thing is that, I mean, now there's all the jokes about the enthusiasts saying how Minis have grown to the size that they are no longer Minis anymore. But you see, they have managed to retain that certain essence that made the original Minis so likable. They have distilled it into a modern package that like what you said has become something with now has an aspirational value to it.
Yes. They turn small into an idea, an impression, and then they sell you the modern Minis with the idea and impression of a small car, which in fact is not. It's not even small, but from your minds, you would think a Mini is smaller than a Yaris, right?
It's
or a Vios, but actually it's not.
It's not.
It's a big car.
I think the Countryman is legitimately the size of an X1.
Yeah.
So, anyways, right? So, on this, right? You see, with the modern Mini, Mini is like carrying over the styling, some of the styling identity okay, wait, actually I need to rephrase that. So Mini is like coming to our topic today, is now has become something of an automotive icon, if you like, right? So now we come to the question, what makes an automotive icon? There's something about cars from our past that we find them inherently appealing, that we want to, that we somehow always seem to want to go back to them. Enthusiasts always say they want to see car makers remake this classic and that classic, right? So last week we had Lamborghini giving us a remake of the Countach. And guys, those of you in the comment section, how many of you had the original Countach as your bedroom poster? Let us know. I mean, just tell us in the comment section. Yeah, if you have the or what else was your poster car in your bedroom when you were a kid or a teenager?
I think as a kid, when you buy like small cars or any cheap China toys, whatever, all the sporty car look would be a Countach. That is that sporty car look. If a sports car means it's a Countach shape, So so I mean there was the mold. Sports car means Countach, everything else was just a copycat, in my opinion.
Your said Diablo for him actually. I mean, I never had.
Like or not the new Countach?
I was thinking I don't like, but actually I like. I like the way they've retained the shapes there. I like the fact they've made it different. It's not just trying to bank on the fact that it's just the branding and whatever, but the fact they've make this a true modern version.
Chiang, rotate the pictures. If you have a few, don't just stick to this.
It's on a 5-second rotation.
Oh, okay.
I somehow like this angle very much.
I don't know why they took the lights from which Lambo was it with this rear lights, the tree
Sian,
of the Sian. Why they took the lights from the Sian instead of just having the Countach?
I think it's a limited run, 110 units, but for the price tag of $2.6 million, they could have.
This is obviously built off an existing platform.
It's based on the Sian, that's for sure. And
it has the same drivetrain as the Sian, right?
Correct. But if you think about this and talk about the 25th anniversary version, so they had, I think, 25 years, 50 years, and now it's 50 years.
Yeah.
So every 25 years, they try to make money off it, like, and there'll be some guy out there who want to own it and say, I have it, like, So do I think it's a Countach? I mean, it's a homage, like, if you're rich enough, you want to show you have it, you buy it, like, do I think it's groundbreaking new? I don't think it's anything groundbreaking and new. It's just taking parts from here and there, giving you like a model trophy car to have, like, oh, you know what? I'm so rich, I got a Countach.
You know why this car came out so fast? I tell you, right? It's the same person, Stefan Winkelmann. Stefan Winkelmann, I tell you, he is relentless. The way he milk a platform, no joke, man. This guy, when he was in Lamborghini last time, the amount of limited editions that come out from the Aventador and all that, right? They keep coming out with that, and then what the Veneno and all this, right? And then they all sell for crazy money, right? 4 million, 5 million, and then they move him to Bugatti, right? And then you see the Bugatti Divo Centene, don't know what name keep coming out, Bugatti non-stop, right? And then now Bugatti merged with Rimac and then parked under Porsche sub-ownership or something, right? Then they moved Stefan Winkelmann back to Lamborghini and boom, Countach.
Yeah, I mean, it's clearly milking money, but
he's good at it. He's good at it.
But I think this is brilliant though. At least in a way, yes, they are here to make money, and they are trying to make money out of nostalgia. But well, at least there's an effort to to design a new bodywork over the car, right?
It is not like Porsche.
Yeah.
Bring
Porsche will remove things from the car and charge you more money.
No. I mean, we will get to the Porsche later, but you're talking obviously about the 25 Porsche Boxster 25 years anniversary edition car. But so this is actually a different car. It's parts from here and there. It's a different body, it's different look. It's unique. It's a homage, but yet it's different. It's modern, livable. So I think good on them. Anybody who's rich, who doesn't want to show off, by all means, guys, please drive from my house. I'll be more happy to let you rev in from my house. Fantastic.
Anyways, let's check what our fans have to say, our viewers have to say. So Max Law said the Countach was his first poster back in the 80s. Theophilus had a Lotus Esprit. Zulfami claims to be too young to be in the Countach era, but I'm sure you're old enough to have read about that car, right? Mitesh is Diablo SV, and we have Jegu Suresh poster on the wall, and when you first saw it in person, it was like 19. And here's something I want to dwell on this comment a bit. About the inspirational value of dream cars. When you were young, you have that poster on the wall. All right, when these cars are a rarity, and then one day you just come upon it in life, and you are just like, that's just that magical moment that you look at that car and you go like, wow. Do you guys remember any such moments like that when you were younger? I'm sure now it's a bit more difficult to get you in that kind of a mood.
Surprisingly, in my wall, I had an F430 in my wall. I don't know why, it was there, and I think I found the books and I put it on my wall. And I always like the fact, the wing mirror, the F430, to me that was a Ferrari, but I think when you see a car in person, you drive it. Some cars have actually disappointed me. The 328 GTB, I loved it when Tom Selleck was driving it. I drove it in real life. I was like, wow. I said, I'm not going to drive these cars anymore.
That's what they always say, never meet your heroes in real life.
Oh, God, the clutch is so heavy. The steering is impossible. I'm like, how does anyone drive this? I mean, obviously there are real men like Alex who can drive it, but Alex is a real guy, a real man's man. But for me, oh my God, it's not easy to drive.
Yeah. But okay, here's an interesting question for you guys to answer in the comment section, if you may. How many of you guys, right, like when you were young, you had this car that you aspire to, and then when you later on in life you had a chance to encounter this car in person, maybe even get to drive it. Did that car meet your expectations of it? Carnation is a we know we know which era you are from, bro.
Hey, why you all click the comment and disappear and comment and disappear? What's going on?
I think Tana and I counter clicking each other.
Farrah Fawcett, the era where it's trendy for women to not wear bra.
Oh yes,
right? Yes, the 70s is like, oh, you are so old school, you wear bra.
Chiang, I don't think you should look up the picture.
Yes, please don't flash that.
Don't. Yeah. Chiang is looking up the picture.
Chiang is like, really? Yeah, he's searching for the picture, Tana.
Yeah, I can see.
Donna. You all want to see pictures, go and Google in your own computer, okay?
Oh, Chiang. Oh, Farrah Fawcett, no bra. Farrah Fawcett, no bra.
No bra.
Oh. I'm tearing. Sorry, guys.
No. The difference in times. Pra Rider is Jessica Alba, but bringing us back to cars, ZC is inspired more by the Gallardo. Gallardo is actually a car which I consider to come out when I was still relatively young. Of course, not kid, but still relatively young, still I think in uni or just starting work. So yeah,
Gallardo.
Have you had one wallpaper in your desktop that's been there for ages as your computer desktop? So many years ago, when the 997.2 came out, I have it in my wallpaper, and to today it's still there in Gmail because it syncs across. So I have that wallpaper in my desktop for
that is Tana, you having that's Tana, you having your eyes on the prize, right?
That's the prize.
and interesting enough that you brought up the 997. So the 911 is another example of a car that is whose design have endured, from right from the start. Ooh.
So nice.
So nice.
0.2 PDK 298 Tana.
209. Cash purchase.
You may be able to, I don't know, a small loan maybe. Yeah.
You are Tana.
This one I tell you, Tana, if you drop in 150k cash, and then you tell the bank you drop in 150k cash, and then you have another 150k loan to take, right? Then you put 100k into FD, then you tell the bank give you a 150k loan lah. They'll be able to.
So the FD there
I'm sure they'll give you. You put an FD there. Can discuss one.
Boleh dibawa bicara.
298 very good price for a PDK, bro.
Yep.
And it's S. It's an S.
For S.
Yeah.
Good price. Very good price.
Yeah. This is this is 3.8, so it's still NA.
Yes.
It's the NA generation.
It looks so good. Look at it. It's so good looking.
You know one thing about Porsches that the design doesn't change so much. That when you grow up, the car is still there for you to buy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
It's always there.
It's a question of whether you're buying a bigger one or a smaller one.
Yeah, correct.
Guys, just now we were talking about Mini being big, but giving you the impression that they are small, right? But actually, the Porsche 911, because of its capabilities and power and all that, right, and the wide body, right, it makes you feel that it is a car with prominence until you park an Audi TT next to it. Because Audi TT in your mindset is a small car, right?
Correct.
And then 991 for you is like a major powerhouse, like a Nissan GTR. Until you park the Mini next to a 911, of course, this picture makes the 911 look really big, but actually the Mini, the TT is just as big as this is the 991, right? The TT is just as big as the 991.
Yeah.
Anyway. Just now, Con asked that question. I wanted to answer. Then Con went to Tana, and then he didn't come to me.
Yeah,
So-
what's your dream car, Bobby, when you were young? What was
No,
in your bedroom?
He was asking about the wallpaper. I was like,
Yeah.
I was thinking, oh yeah, I had that too. It was a R348 GTR Blitz R348.
Wow.
It's the Blitz R3. Why you wow? You heard me saying that many times already, Con.
Yeah, I know. I was processing it then.
Yeah, let me spell it out for people. Blitz R348 GTR. And then another car is a bit weird because nobody knew about the car, but I somehow had the wallpaper of the car and I put it on my wall. And then I was so happy that car came out in Need for Speed, which is the Ford GT90, which is a concept car. Yeah, this is the GTR that Blitz was attempting a modified car speed record. Okay, it may sound ridiculous now, but back then they had to do all these things to try and achieve 348 km per hour. That was their goal, 348 kmh, and they were trying so hard, and eventually they had to remove the rear wing to reduce downforce, and then they have to remove one of the I don't know what is that, the filters up front to not stop the air from going into the engine and all that nonsense to achieve 348. Now you think about it, 348 doesn't sound very fast. TJ did that in a production car, so that was like a attempt for this wallpaper has been on my screen for a long time. This one, because I like the way they did the white body, just the front bumper going up the wheel arch, and they just stop it there. Just one curve. I think that's a very unique way of doing the body kit.
Correct.
And this body kit isn't popular at all. You don't see any R34 modding this kit.
Looks like
I suspect there has to be a practical reason for that body kit. There has to be a practical reason for it.
Obviously, I mean the Japanese tuners, they are not like the those crazy, what do you call that, Gambala, all that just for style, the Japs. So I quite like this mod because there's no tall wing at the back. Everything is subtle. It looks good. And that time I really have it was my dream last time during school days to own a GTR. Yeah, but
it's a dream that you have moved on from that dream
Yeah, I mean it's in a way you don't see sometimes it's best to just remain as something you don't see the bad parts of it. You only see the parts where you dream of it, right? It will always remain there as
it will always remain that beautiful dream.
Memory is there being beautiful.
Yeah. The other car is the Ford GT90, which is not many people knew about it until it came into Need for Speed. The very spaceship looking GT90.
Yes.
Then of course McLaren F1, my all-time favorite.
McLaren F1.
Sorry for the long part.
Not at all.
Okay, so we got some people mentioning their childhood days. Chin says what called reboot mission possible.
This one,
TV3.
I watched this.
Did all the commercials back then for BMW.
I cannot recall this. I have no idea.
Now that Felix mentioned it, I do remember seeing a lot of the E34 commercial at that time, but it's just never connected. I never connected these two in my head.
How was this one? What if Ferrari would reimagine the 2.8 GTO today?
I think Ferrari has more epic cars they can reimagine.
I like this one. Harshuk says Countach is the Italian version of the GTR.
How is that so? The Countach.
I guess it was breaking borders, like, you know. So anyway, yeah, interesting. Can we go for a break, Con?
Yeah, let's do it.
And then we come back and have some questions. We just answer them.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
When I switched to Pro Mileage, in my case, I got 47% of savings for that car.
Pro Mileage was the only one that gave me 5,000 extra value to cover, yet still cheaper, a lot less.
Turn up!
Welcome back, guys.
Yes, and let's take our first question, shall we?
I got one here.
Yeah. What's the estimate value for a 528 2013 July with 137 kilometers cream leather seats?
Wow, so particular one.
The time, if it's cream leather seats, I'm guessing this is a grey import, because I doubt BMW Malaysia would have spec'd it with cream leather seats to start with. 2013 July is a relatively.
But him asking like this, he wants to buy or he wants to sell, right, Chan? You want to buy or you want to sell? Yeah.
You should. So I guess you should. Sell. I guess you should see what the market rate is, you know. A lot of times.
If you're buying, right, I don't think you will be choosing specific year and specific kilometers and specific.
Yeah. What I recommend is, if you feel your car has got a particular thing that is unique, like the seats, whatever, make sure your picture that you do has that to emphasize the fact it's got leather seats, you know, which are cream. Maybe do have some stats to say, like, you know, there's 50 cars for sale, of which only 5 cars are cream leather seats, you know. Put those things in your ad, whether it's Muda or car list, and that will help you to get a good, decent price. That'll be my recommendation to him.
I would not think that the color of the leather seat actually gave the car any good thing, any selling point at all. You know, I like cream leather seats doesn't mean the rest of Malaysians.
But the problem is
right?
the market does not.
The market loves black, right?
Yes. Yeah. And it's a mood thing. And to be honest, 2013 BMW 528i, just go to Muda and car list and have a look, right? So next time we won't pick questions like this, because it's a waste of everybody's time. You could have just go Muda and car list and just have a look at the value there. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
ES250 luxury versus E200 Avantgarde. New E200 Avantgarde. It should be a better deal. How would you guys think?
I mean, the question was, which would be a better deal? So the question about deal is about cost, how much you pay for, what you expect from the car.
The Mercedes will definitely be the more affordably priced, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. This is the W211, right? When you still have
the
Avantgarde spec.
The new
got this
E200.
kind of spec, man. Got Avantgarde spec, man.
God.
No, Mercedes still use this kind of spec, man. Avantgarde and all that.
The current E-Class is E200 Avantgarde and E300 AMG line.
Oh, they still use this name. I have totally no idea about this anymore. I mean, just go and test drive lah. Seriously.
Yeah.
I mean.
Oh wow.
What's that?
Actually, I mean the ES it's priced at 295 to 327,000 ringgit.
Yeah, but it's a 2.5 NA, right?
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah,
but don't be surprised with ES. The ES may actually feel like a more luxurious and more comfortable car inside than the Mercedes.
But everything else you cannot compare to the Mercedes infotainment and all that, right? Interior design and all that, and All right. So okay, guys, what we will do is this. We will always have a topic, and then we discuss the topic, and then in between we'll pick a few questions to answer. Right? We won't be like going through every single question because we can't really cover all of that, right? And especially this kind of buying questions, I think these kind of questions sometimes, if you really have something that we can give you a more conclusive thing, maybe that we can help lah. Something so broad, you see, all of us are quiet. It's like, what you want, or you didn't even tell us more about what you prefer and all that. You just ask ES250, E200, which one better, you know? So it's very hard.
Okay. All right. Oh yeah. Okay. So last week we were talking. I think we have been talking a lot about the Volkswagen Arteon, and we've been comparing it against the C-Class and the 3 Series. So we're not going to touch on that. But how about the Arteon against the S6, the Volvo S60?
You say you pick a question. Right?
No,
I just suggest that don't pick questions that are so broad and then can't just pick another.
Okay. No, guys. The thing is, I think when people pick cars, they gotta pick what do they want. Actually, I think that's the thing, because a lot of the cars have got character. Trying to compare, like, should I buy a Mini Cooper or buy a 3 Series BMW? It's like two different market. The same way here, Arteon S60, I think it's way different, because at one end you got Arteon, which is going to be more spirited driving. It's more fun to drive. It's looks sporty, and S60 is more. I think it's more the perfect family car to get. You know, it's good fuel. It is definitely heavier. Its interior is comfortable. Seats are way more better compared to Arteon. So there are two different products, you know. So they're not comparable. The same way, I think the Arteon and the 3 Series, although price was comparable, you cannot compare like for like. But the Arteon definitely is a better deal because of what you get, like, you know. But yeah, it's just the products are different products, like, you can't compare, in my opinion.
But like I said, just go test drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? And one is a hybrid, one is a non-hybrid, and both are great cars in our opinion. So we won't pick these kind of questions again next time.
I like both actually, you know.
Yeah, me too. And I think the proportions of the car, the S60, is actually really nice in terms of proportions. Yes. I really like it. And Con, can you pick that question from Theophilus? I think that's nice. He's talking about the IAA one, 850.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oui.
What's that? Ferrari
Purosangue.
I didn't know Ferrari really debuting the SUV next month. Oh, Maserati Grecale. What is that? SUV again?
Must be I think they're all SUVs. I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a baby SUV. Oh
wow.
Oh my god. Wow, it looks like the E-Pace. No,
this is
it looks like the E-Pace. Why does it look like the E-Pace?
This is supposed to be the Purosangue, actually.
What?
Is there even how to pronounce it?
What do you mean? It's supposed to be the Purosangue. What's that?
The pictures that's being flashed here.
I think nobody has seen it.
It's a render lah. It's a render.
All are renders. Yeah. No, sorry. Just now I was searching the Grecale, Maserati Grecale. It looks like an E-Pace. Wait. Anyway, new Land Rover, Mercedes SL6. Oh, new XC90. Serious?
Well, yeah, actually, because the production car will be on sale. Will be going on sale next year.
So this will be full EV.
Yes, full EV.
Wow.
We are not sure whether they'll be calling it the XC90 or not, though, because the last time I read Volvo's update, they call it the replacement. of the XC90 rather than the next generation XC90.
What do you mean?
So they may adopt a new name altogether because to mark the start of a new era where it's going to be a full
You want to take
model.
a bet? You want to take a bet? What will be? I think it's called XE90. E for electric.
Then C
After
for
C,
combustion, right? C for combustion.
C for
right?
combustion, E for electric.
Makes sense. Makes sense. And Theophilus himself actually did render a production version of the speculated production version that we published.
I like the way you put the word render, speculation, production in the same sentence.
When the car is not launched, everything is render and speculation.
Yeah, I know.
True.
Right?
But it's nice. I think he hit it on the nail because the fact got no front grille because there's no cooling involved in the front.
Yeah.
This could be it.
But the thing is that right, this car is going to be a full EV, and when you are a full EV, the traditional restrictions, the traditional constraints that all internal combustion engine cars had, that have to accommodate a large bulky engine and a large, a lengthy drive shaft if you have all-wheel drive or rear-wheel drive, no longer apply. You only have either one electric motor in each axle or one electric motor in each corner. That's it. You've done already.
Today I was watching the video about how Tesla got 5-star rating for their NCAP and all those ratings, safety, and how they got it, because why? In front got no engine, So when there's no engine, the comfort zone is very big. They can absorb the impact. So if XC90 and Volvo want to go down to safer cars, you know what? We have to go electric because that's the only way you can have better comfort zones and reduce damage to passengers.
And doubling down on EVs make absolute sense for Volvo because right from the start, Volvo has always been very big on safety, and they have always been very big on environmental protection, on environmental sustainability.
And customers of Volvo, when you got a new model, if that's what they have, you know what? That's what they'll buy. They're forced to buy that. They'll buy that. That's
like
no way around it.
I mean, his XC90 owner friends went from one XC90 to another XC90. Some are on their third XC90s.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's go through some other questions. I just feel every time we go into one topic, right, then we just go, then we forgot why we're here already. We totally forgot why we're here.
Before go on mission.
Can I pick a question, Con?
Yes.
Pick one. Okay, Saurin here saying, do you think the 86 GR Sport Limited Edition will increase in value in future, being only 200 worldwide? Surveyed in Muda for 248. Why don't you buy an old 86 when there's a new one coming?
What is the GR Sport Limited? What is
I think it's a limited edition 86 before they go to the new version, if I'm mistaken.
But the thing is that what well, it will command a slightly higher value than your regular 86, but I don't expect it to be a premium.
Yeah, this is a high production. It's a high production car.
Right?
Yeah.
It doesn't look different, right? It's a scam. It's just a body kit.
You are not talking about You're not talking about a car with enhancements that you can't get in the aftermarket.
Aftermarket for 86 is fantastic. You can do superchargers, turbos, whatever you want, you can do with it. So
So I mean, you perhaps can justify a small premium over a regular 86, but I won't expect it to be like like M5 versus 530i kind of difference.
Yeah. Okay, let's go to the next question. Quick. Let's not.
Okay, Harshuk. Okay, sorry.
Wait, sorry. Tana, can you repeat that?
Okay, Harshuk is asking, how much will an S-Class Maybach cost in 10 years? Will it be a 300K?
In 10 years?
If today is $1 million.
Wait, it depends on which S-Class Maybach you're.
The current one. S-Class Maybach. Yeah. The Mercedes Maybach S-Class.
Yeah.
In 10 years, in 10 years,
Wow,
no,
10
it won't be 300K. I don't think it will be 300K. It's less than that, definitely less than that.
Yeah.
Nobody will pay 300K for a 10-year-old
Annual car.
S-Class.
S-Class.
No way, no way. No, especially S-Class customers.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
will pay that kind of price. You just look at a 10-year-old BMW 7 Series. I don't
Yeah.
care whether, the Maybach name is no longer Maybach. It's just a trim line now.
Yeah.
So a 10-year-old BMW 7 Series is what, 120K? 130?
Yeah.
So, and the S-Class sells in huge loads. Sorry, Tana?
Correct.
He further comments, he said his favorite car was the Maybach Accelero. Went to Germany and drove the car. It felt heavy and underpowered even though it had a V12.
What?
Yeah.
You
That's
drove
what
the
it says.
Accelero? Are you serious? How
Wow.
do you even drive the Accelero? Bro,
I don't know.
there's only one, right? There's only one in the world, right?
This guy is probably saying that.
Huh?
I don't know. These are the comments we get. I want to hear what you say.
Yeah, Accelero.
Good for you.
Good stuff. You've driven it. It's like, come on. There's only one in the world. It's some rapper bought it.
Well, he says really, bro. So
serious. Okay, good for you, bro.
Good for you. Envy you.
Wow, you drove the Accelero. Wow. Okay. We won't be able to have the chance to drive it.
No.
Okay. We've got a question from Srihan Arin here. Hey guys, is the previous Accord a good buy? Looking to buy one, or should I pick up a W212 facelift E350? Please, thanks, guys.
The previous Accord is a good buy. But yeah, if you're looking at the
W212 is which one? 212 is the previous E-Class, right?
Is the previous Gen 1, the one that started with 4 eyes and ended up with 2.
Started with 4 eyes, ended up with 2.
I like the way you say it.
Yeah. Both are good cars. Both are really good cars.
Both are good cars. But of course, if you're thinking the Accord is a safe choice that you are settling for, and the car that you actually want is the E250, then you go for the E250 because that's the car you want.
There's one thing the E-Class can do that the Accord cannot do lah. After the rain, you go to an empty parking lot. You can switch off the traction control, and then you can do donuts, which the Accord couldn't lah. That's just the thing rear-wheel drive cars can do. Okay. There's one question from Gary Chin, buddy. 922. 922.
Cayenne.
Gary Chin. Yes. Bro, buy the 3.6. If you're not after power, the 4.8 maintenance and upkeep is really
it's a bit
high.
More,
but it sounds really good. If your body don't mind maintaining the V8, then it sounds really great. But the 3.6 is a very old engine from Volkswagen Group. That engine is very reliable. A friend of mine that time was thinking of buying a Q7. I also asked, I know him lah. He's not a car guy lah. So I just asked him to go for the 3.6 Q7, and I think he has owned the car for 7-8 years. No issue at all. The 3.6, no kachao. But you're paying 3.6 road tax for about 270 horsepower lah. So
Ken has the V8, isn't it?
Sorry?
Ken from Kenzon has the V8, the older Cayenne.
Ken has the Cayenne, but I'm not sure which one he has though.
He's the V8.
He runs a workshop.
Yeah, and even he complains the maintenance cost on the V8 is crazy. He said anything with the engine is going to drop out. It's just madness to work on the V8.
Yeah, the 4.8 is horrible.
Yeah, so he's got a workshop and he's saying like, don't get the V8, bro. So there you go.
That's also partly the reason why I didn't go for my dream first gen 4.8 Cayenne Turbo. Even though I love that car a lot, but I just I just decided, no way, I'm gonna go through the trouble to own that. All right.
Yeah.
What other questions do we have?
Do you guys know that
all the
all
models you have?
or go full EV after the next generation?
Oh, serious?
Well,
will you 911 EV? What?
Well, I think it's called Taken.
it's
Yeah,
actually they can. I call it the Taycan.
Taycan.
Yeah. The Porsche pronunciation is Taycan.
Taycan.
Right.
Americans I call it Taken.
I think Casey Lee answered him 927 KC. EV infrastructure here is non-existent. Long time to go.
I mean, if we think about us, we are in our age group. We are probably another 30-40 years of good driving left. If you think about how long it will take EV to come to Malaysia infrastructure-wise, it will take 10 more years. If you think about how long it will take cars from overseas to come second-hand sold to Malaysia, there's still some time there. So I think in our lifetime, I think it won't be like fully electric kind of stuff, in Malaysia at least.
Yeah.
So
it's an eventuality, but it's not going to happen as quickly as what a lot of people are saying, right? Simply put, the transition to switch from a totally different power source and to lay the infrastructure to support it, it's no joke. You can't do it overnight.
But the thing is, electrical grid is there, right? So
the grid is there.
The charging stations
but it's to deploy the charging stations, and here's the thing: to have the software, the infrastructure in place for people to pay for the electricity.
But Con, I have a question to ask. Given new EVs range of being able to cover 450, 500, or some even can go up to 600 km, right? Where in Peninsular Malaysia that you cannot reach on one charge?
Actually, if you hit 600 clicks, right, the entire peninsula is within reach from Klang Valley already.
Right. It's about where can you reach before you need to rest.
Spend the night.
Right? So in Peninsular Malaysia, the funny thing is, we don't need the kind of supercharging facilities that China and US or Europe is doing, right? Because we don't, in Malaysia, we don't technically have like grand touring kind of driving. We don't. Thailand, yes, right? But Peninsular Malaysia, no. Because you leave home from PJ, 4 hours later you are in Penang, right? Beyond Penang, there's no reason to go. So then you go to a hotel, you park your car, you plug in, right? The next morning you wake up, you get a full charge, and then you can go again. So in a way, Peninsular Malaysia don't really need that kind of crazy, our like R&R, you have a charging station there. You don't need that, right?
No.
So why should the government or any private company work out a charging infrastructure or grid where we can rely on the people who own EV to take care of themselves? Like when they book a hotel, they ask, do you have a charger that I can plug in? Right? Suresh, yes, with a passport.
Yes. Well, actually, here's the thing. Despite all we are saying now, right? Currently, as listed, EVs are not admitted for enduro because you can't charge along the way.
So, as a wise Malaysian car guy, if you want to invest in any charging facility for driving enthusiasts to enjoy driving, you should not invest in Malaysia. You should invest in Hat Yai, invest in Songkran, invest in Hua Hin.
Yeah.
I think that the tipping point only will come when you got smaller cars that are EV and accessible. Once you break the boundary, when you got, if you can sell a car like 100,000 ringgit and it's EV, and it got even 300 kilometers range, small car. That's when the market will turn around, and people will think of it as a business, because even now there are people selling charging ports.
Correct. Yeah. So, and here's the thing, right? Here's one point that just came to my mind. So with our current petrol cars, right? Price of the car roughly correlates with the car's performance, right? You pay a certain price, right? When you're paying 70, 80K, you get B segment performance, 1.5, 1.6 liters. When you're paying 150K, you get a bigger engine, bigger performance, and so on and so forth. Now with EV, the same rule will apply, because the main cost of the EV is the battery. The more expensive, the more you pay for your car, the bigger the battery you will get, and that means the further you can go. So cars like the Taycan, or no problem, these will have come with big enough batteries. They'll allow you to do KL JB, they'll allow you to do KL Penang in one charge. But what about EVs in the Honda City price segment, in the Honda Jazz price segment? These will probably only have batteries big enough to do maybe, I don't know, 200, 250 kilometers. I still think 200 is the minimum cutoff point for an EV to be viable for daily use. Like, I'm not saying go anywhere far, but you can drive it to work. You can send your kids to school. You can, or you can go and buy your groceries. Come back, you have a charging point at home ready to go.
It's funny, right? Petrol car, you pay more to get a larger, more powerful engine. EVs, you're paying more for a larger battery, and the larger battery would also mean range and power. So
correct.
And I really do not know how they're gonna
exactly.
differentiate between brands.
I mean, my concern is like hybrids don't really require the battery to be full capacity to work. I mean, they still work, like they still can down. You're talking about hybrid cars, like the Prius has got 20-year car, same hybrid system batteries running. That is there, but not the same when it comes to EV. EV, it's definitely is going to deplete because you're using it constantly every day charging. There is a finite number of charging cycles.
Charging and discharge cycles, right?
And the worst part is, in Malaysia, we are in a hot country. So the heat is a factor. The aircon runs even colder, so the range is also shorter. So if the average 300 km in let's say another country, in Malaysia it's actually lesser.
Like
if you drive,
highlight the comment from Jess. Highlight the comment from Jess Chong. Very good comment. Yeah, she said the private recon sellers are funding themselves to build charging stations.
I sort of remember this news.
But actually, what we're talking about is, do they even need to, right? Because again, you go to work, you come home, you can charge. You go shopping center, you can charge. There are so many places to charge, to be honest. Just that, of course, if people run out of juice, like you leave KL and then you run out of juice in Ipoh, then you really ask for it lah. You didn't fully charge your car before you leave home, right?
So you see, and you see, like just now when I mentioned about how the price of the car, right, sort of in a way correlates with the performance of your car, right? See, right now today you can buy a 70,000 ringgit Honda City, and it will still bring you to Penang, to Perlis, to Johor. But an EV, a low cost EV with, let's say, like 180, 200 kilometers per full charge, won't do so. So there is the dilemma in a way.
But there's something good in that. No, imagine the highways now. In the future, all small EVs not allowed on the highway because no range. So in the highway, only the good quality big EVs are on the highway. So all the small car maybe all must stay home, must stay in town. Wow.
And that would be the whole argument of people saying, discrimination lah and all that.
No, but I tell you, we can't run away from it lah. One day we will all see all the normal cars being sold. New cars are all EVs, so no choice lah. Right. That's why if you can buy something you like and then just keep it there.
In your lifetime, do it.
No, I just received a message from a good friend from Bentley. He's like, very good point on the EV on infra.
But
Hey, there's one
as
question.
long,
Yes, Tana, you
Who's that?
go first.
no,
Yeah,
no,
you go
who's
first. You
that?
go first.
Jess, it? Jess,
No. There's another, which is out of our topic one. Let's finish off the EV one you were saying.
No, I was saying that the infrastructure is definitely coming. Volvo's committed. So I think Porsche committed. You got Petronas being also committed to it, So I think it's eventual. You'll definitely have point charging from the highway coming through Malaysia. Yep, Bobby.
No, I think what Jess commented, I think is a good point. They are trying to tell people that EV is okay to be your only vehicle. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is that if you stay in Peninsular Malaysia, there's no reason an EV cannot be your only vehicle. I mean, I don't mean the Japanese EV where they have like 240 km.
Yeah, that one tak boleh lah. Tak boleh.
Yeah. So those that have 400-500 km range, right? No issues. And I don't know when will all the China EVs come in, because all the China EVs, they are at cheaper prices and they can easily get 500-600, 600-700 range.
And this is another interesting point. Battery technology is constantly evolving. May totally different technology in the next 10 years.
The biggest battery supplier in the world, I don't know what's their English name. What is their name in English? It's a Chinese company. The biggest EV battery supplier in the world is currently them. It's no longer LG or Panasonic, and they just announced sodium-based battery. It's using sodium or something like that, because lithium has a limitation when it comes to the raw materials.
Correct.
So
sodium would be a complete game changer, man.
But it's not into production yet. It's not into viable production yet. But they have achieved, I don't know what kind of milestone they have achieved lah. So battery technology will change.
And here's another thing though, building on his point, right? I feel that when we go into EVs, right, the evolution and development of cars technology, right, will be so much faster compared to what it is today. Right?
Suresh just put a point about hydrogen engines. Now, hydrogen is Toyota has the lead, by far. But that is a good and bad thing, because they own most of the patents, and that actually created an issue where others gave up. And when others gave up because you own most of the patent, yes, Con, you were saying?
No, but I thought, who is that? Toyota, right? They actually released their patents,
Yeah, I think I'm not sure about the releasing part lah, but so far I've read a lot of reports that it's gonna go down the route of failure for this, for global adoption. I myself I've said it many times. I said I believe in EV, but it should be hydrogen and not batteries. But because so far from what we see, yes, Con?
Battery is a shrinking fuel tank.
Yeah. And from what I read, it's gonna go down the route of not getting mass adoption, and it will just fail in terms of market penetration and all that. So the Japanese, they might be waving the white flag and jump onto EV. They might just shelve this,
Easier.
Easier to achieve all the targets and all that.
Got a question from Jake Orchestra, going to a car buying question. He wants to buy a 214, 215 F30 T2i or T2i on a $6,500 net salary. It will be affordable to maintain otherwise. Yeah, we know the issue, the timing belt.
The timing chain.
Yeah, so I think it's 1,500 a month installment. They're about 100 or $110,000. So I think it's a good buffer to play with. As long as you get warranty on the car, you go to Evo Club Insurance, get the warranty, you're stuck in covered. And then nothing to worry about. Like, no, it's a very
but one thing, the what you say about that engine runs on timing chain one, and the failure point that he's talking about is the timing chain guide is a plastic piece. Yes. So the day I was asking our Evo Club extended warranty partner about about this the F10 F30 generation cars. He did point out one thing though, that timing chain guide is not a warranty coverage item.
Yeah, but it's not expensive, lah.
But it's not expensive. It's a well-known issue that I would advise anybody.
Any car for the matter,
F10 or that generation that runs this N20 engine, just change that guide as a preventive maintenance. That's it.
Whether you buy
if it is a known problem, BMW would have launched a replacement part for it, right? The updated part that has no issues.
No, I think it's a wear and tear item. So what I'm saying is whether it's an Audi or a BM or whatever VW, the timing guide, the timing chain guide, it's a normal wear and tear item. I mean, we go through a couple of them in lifetime. The timing chain, for it to fail, I think it'll get extended. That one is a hit and miss, The older ones, yes, there's sometimes there's an issue, but you can very easily go there, do a check and open up and you can see, So it's not a deal breaker, In fact, if it's extended, you ask for $1,000 discount, you pay about 2,000 plus, you are secured for 100 kilometers. That the fact it's a new timing chain.
Right.
So I wouldn't worry about it. Go ahead, get it. Nothing to worry about.
Hey, Connor, 2015 is not the facelift already, man?
Not yet facelift. Okay. 2015 is pre-facelift. But you still qualify for Evo Club extended warranty.
Yeah, but I think if the budget is 130K, right, go and look for a facelift. Don't buy a pre-facelift one. Go buy a
actually the facelift is much more worth going for.
Pre-facelift is not worth that price. Pre-facelift is not worth that price. Yeah.
Agreed. Because the facelift model, you get a much improved engine. You get also a much improved rear suspension design. Yeah. So definitely worth pursuing.
Okay, coming back now that we've covered most of the questions, let's wrap up our not wrap up lah, huh? Okay, hey, there's one we missed just now.
Which one?
No, I'll just quickly bring to it lah. He was asking whether the Z4 is a good buy or not. I say yes. Okay.
Yes. Right.
If you are still here, yes. No, he was blaming me. He said he was aiming for the 640i. Then I did a video and say, why are you selling 150? Stupid, sell higher, And then the seller put it back to 190, and then now he cannot buy already. So he's asking Z4. So sorry for that, sir, but go for the Z4. All right.
Yeah. You may have more fun with the car.
Yeah. And another guy was saying he wants to buy FK8R. His salary is 12K.
Wow.
Is it practical for daily? It's very, very practical for daily.
Yeah.
And how much is the FK8R now? Used car? How much is it? How much is a FK8R?
Yeah.
How is it? Got
FK8. That's fine.
My stupid Facebook is not updating.
I type FK, show me Honda Civic 2.0.
I think it should still be about 250.
228. The cheapest one I'm seeing 228.
Oh, 228.
But a lot of them are around 250, 260, 233. Around the 250 mark.
Your installment is about 3K, right? 250,000 installment should be 3K-ish. 12K salary can lah. Just assume you never got your pay raise. This car loan calculator is 3 year, right? Con, you look at the car
Yeah.
loan calculator, you scroll down.
Woo!
This is 7K is 3 year lah.
Yeah.
You pull it. Can get 10 year, man.
Cannot lah.
9 year. You see?
9
3K.
years, 2.8. Let's say 7 years.
7 your head lah. It's a type R. You. Why you want a 7 when you can 9? What's the point?
No, it's a question of whether the bank will give you the 7 or not. They'll give you 9.
Why not? It's a new car.
know.
It's a Honda. It's a new car, right?
Oh,
all right.
But yeah, to answer the question, it is a very it's as practical as a normal Civic inside, right? The different, interior, the only difference is the trim, and you see a manual gear lever. That's it. It has the same practical utilization of space as a regular Civic, just as spacious. I had a chance to drive this car in the road before. It's very comfortable. Drives very, very easy to drive. So this car fits the requirements that you are looking for. Yeah.
Okay, back to what Tana said just now. Tana, remember just now you said that what car you dream as a child and then now you are able to buy one, which is actually our topic today, right? What makes a car an icon?
Yes, correct.
So Con, do you have cars that you were dreaming when you were a kid?
Oh, I dreamt of the Lancer Evo. That was my that was the
now that you are in the financial position to purchase one, let's say that with a loan and actually your last bet is gone already. The Evo 10 is 10 year old already. Okay, let's say you found an Evo 10 and bank willing to give loan. And it's about, maybe it should be about what, 130K, 140K. Will you buy? Evo.
Wow, he's thinking.
This is something that resonates with an older version of me, a deeper version of me from young.
Yes or no, bro?
Yes or no? Correct. I guess the point is gone. It's like there are cars you can imagine and you'll never be able to buy. Like some people who want to buy an E39 M5 you'll never be able to buy but you want to buy the car, I have to bring it each time we talk about this, But then there are some cars that you want to buy, but now you can buy. So when you can buy and you don't buy, why is that? Is that what they call is it because it has gone past what you want to get?
Wow, my guesses are not too far away.
Not far,
Wow, Chiang, good job. Evo 10,
yeah, in a way, I think like what Bobby said, I have probably moved on from this dream. This is a car that I think I would buy if I were in a position where I've got a bigger house with 4 or 5 parking lots. Yeah.
Wow.
You still would like the idea of having an Evo in your garage?
Not as a long-term thing, but something like
versus an M3.
But this is long-term. What? This is like your childhood car that you want to buy now. It's a long-term decision. It's like you getting there, and this is your dream, and you want to get it.
I'm asking Con now. Like, there's an M3.
If Thomas put this question on, dude, where's my car? I will really scratch it.
Con, as motoring journalists, right? We can sort of more or less guess what the driving experience would be like, right?
Correct.
One of these.
Correct.
And then the power will no longer surprise us.
Correct. For me, right? This car represents an idea. Something that when I was young, right? When I was like maybe when I was in my teenage years, right? Because this car, right, had that persona of a giant killer. Mitsubishi took a humble sedan, transformed it into a rally hero, and something that can run with your Porsches, your supercars and all that, all in a very humble looking package. And of course that, you know, their long running rivalry with Subaru over the years. So yeah, during when I was a teenager, right, the Evo didn't matter which generation, didn't matter was it Evo 1 or Evo 2 or Evo 3. It was that whole range of cars was what really stirred my imagination as a young car enthusiast. At that time, right, Continental cars were totally not in my radar. You know, you talk to me about BMW, about Mercedes, about Audi. It's like something I cannot connect with.
Yep. You can't relate, lah.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people, right, if you went through the 90s era, you would probably gravitate more towards JDMs during that period of time. You may have now moved on to Continentals now, but at that time, you were all looking at JDMs.
Yeah.
Right.
When I was working at that time, my client, tax client, bought this, and he took me for a drive, you know, brand new. That was the Evo 9, Evo 9, you know. And I was so impressed with the Evo 9, how it handled. It was like old man. He was like a 70-year-old man who bought it, you know. And I said, why are you buying a brand new car now? He said, like, screw it, I want to know how long I'm going to live. Like, you know, he bought it. So a 70-year-old man bought a Evo 9, and I was so impressed. I was so impressed how it handled. And I had the fortunate luck that it's the same era WRX my friend bought because he got an IT company. Of the two, the WRX really took my heart because I was more of an Evo guy, but the exhaust note on the WRX and the way it handled and the way it was gripping and all that, he put the purge pipe, all that, oh my god, the WRX really took me. You know, that was like, wow, I was scared. I was really scared.
Yeah, I only drove the Evo 9 wagon, the one that my ex-staff bought. I brought him. I was the one who like, bro, go for this, you know. Then we went and see the car, and then eventually he bought it. He bought it at 117,000. It was an Evo 9 manual wagon, blue color, beautiful, and with a plate of WRX 1300, which is WRX Boo, and that car has 400 horsepower on wheels. You know, it was modded with 400 horsepower on wheels. I tell you, it was manic. It was crazy, but it was also the kind of Japanese old school turbo feel in it. Then it goes, it just pulls straight. And then it was crazy.
I was surprised
it didn't blow me away, lah.
It didn't blow you away, you said.
It did not. It's fast. It's bordering not easy to control kind of fast, you know. But it's only as fast as I would say as fast as a Golf R. Golf R has 300 horsepower, right? That one has 400 on wheels, but it's only as fast as a Golf R, to be honest.
And Golf R is a more extractable kind of fast. Golf R practically hands you all that pace on a silver platter. A car like this, an Evo, an STI, you're going to have to really put your effort down every time and manhandle that car to get that performance.
That's why I feel, Bobby, that if you compare a car today and it's an icon and looking back now, most likely that car will not win on performance. Most likely the icon cars that you see before won't win on performance. So if you had an icon car, which was a looker, whereby you can park and it doesn't run, engine doesn't work, but you're happy to look at it and it looks beautiful, I think those cars are, I think, still worth buying.
You know what's funny, Tana? Now that I look back at it, right, even though all of us swear at Mitsubishi for cancelling the Evo, right, come to think about it, right, if they still make the Evo now, is that a good thing for their legacy or is it a bad thing?
That's a very valid question.
Right? Can they put in a 3.8 V6 twin turbo engine like the Nissan GTR into an Evo now to compete? You know, and the whole C segment sedan market is shrinking, and if they still make an Evo, they need to still make the Lancer. And if the Lancer don't sell, and if they still put in a 2-liter turbo, and then let's say they manage to squeeze, I mean, the Evo 10 in UK, they have the what FQ 440 or something like that. 440 horsepower.
FQ 440.
Yeah. It's like if they still make it now, right? Is it still as legendary? Will it be still as legendary? That puts into question. And then coming back to what Tana said, what spurs today is like the cars that you dream when you were a kid, and then when you grow up, you are able to buy. And the most famous one is 911, no? Right?
Correct.
GTR in a way, right? Even though it's vastly different from GTR's yore. And what else? Jeep Wrangler.
Jeep Wrangler.
But it's hardly a car that people dream of, right?
No, but it's I think it's a car that if you were like me, you watched MacGyver when you were growing up.
But it's there. It still looks like that. The point is that it still looks like that, right? When you are young, you look at it, it's like that. And then when you grow up, it still looks like that, so that you can pursue it, right? Yeah. And then what else? G-Wagon. Any others? This kind of car.
Here's an example that I want to throw out that you may, I mean, it's up to you to think about. But this is a car that is mainstream. It's an everyday car, but somehow over the last 40 years of its existence, it has continued to carry on in roughly the same shape and profile. That when you look at the first gen versus the latest gen, you know they are from the same family. And I'm talking about the Golf, the Volkswagen Golf. You know, Volkswagen, they have, that car is, I would say, a humble icon. It's not something you dream up like a 911 or like, here's another.
But Golf, to me, the MK5 is a Golf. I like the MK5 era. The new one to me is way different, very modern. It's to me, that whole Golf thing is a bit gone.
But those are what I mean. The way that Golf is being continued is like the way the Civic is being continued and the Corolla is being continued, right?
The Civic and the Corolla, over the years, you look at the first gen Corolla versus the today Corolla, or a first gen Civic versus the today Civic. There is, you don't see that they are from the same lineage, you know. It's like the name just, but you look at the first gen Golf versus a Golf today, you see that this is from the same ancestry.
If I squint, it's like,
I can see it.
I tell you, everybody looks like a Hyundai now. Everybody looks the same now. I mean,
true also.
Every car looks like a Volkswagen now. Every single car, the way they are designed, I mean, passenger cars they are all more or less within the VAG group design language. Even the new Civic, it's like a VAG group product. Akon, that comment from Hot Rod 1004. Need to congratulations.
So what did you buy? Can Hot Rod, if you're here with us, can you just drop a line in the comment section? What did you buy? And while waiting for him,
for me, regardless of what he bought, really congrats lah. But a quick joke from school days, not a joke lah. From school days, we have our bunch of friends who talk about cars, right? But there's one thing that me and my friend, I think Con, you met him, Robin. There's one thing we always say, and it's like, like next time when we grow up, when we buy supercar, we're not buying Ferraris or whatnot. We got to buy Astons, you know. It's the way you answer people. It's like, what do you buy? An Aston. And then the person like, what? It's that that's the fun part, you know. So we had that joke back during school days, and I think Con, you also know Kai Ning, right?
Oh, of course.
He also he likes Supra and DB9.
Yeah,
he likes Supra and DB9. Yeah. So anyway, just to
name drop, I think that you can't name drop anything bigger than what do you drive? Ferrari. That's like a Ferrari or a Porsche. But I mean, to me, I think you're right. It's as Con say, you know, I come from a middle class family. No way in hell I thought I'll buy a Continental car, you know. And then now the dream is there, and now you're buying and looking. today, for example, I could get that, but I'm tied by the fact of my own demise of what I am in now, my project cars. But you know what? That's my own fault, like, you know. You know, so it's like can buy but cannot buy.
Chiang is teasing you again.
He sent me earlier an image, 996 for 110,000 ringgit.
Yeah, but the one that you dream of is the 997. Okay, bro, I tell you why you shouldn't buy a 996.
No, I won't.
I tell you why you shouldn't.
Okay.
All right. You already own one. No, he already owned one. It's just that it's called 986. Same interior. Same interior.
You know what the best part, Bobby? My meter cluster, the Boxster is always three, correct? 911 is 5, isn't it? My meter cluster spoiled, damaged somehow, like, no. So the guy gave me another cluster. I'm putting a 911 cluster. So my Boxster comes to the 911 cluster.
So you got the cut price 911 lah in your.
So basically the interior is exactly a 996.
You have a 911 inside your Boxster.
And a manual. So yeah.
Well, Cikgu Suresh suggests it's time to take a leaf from HP's book.
No, I would not do what HP does. I just go and buy it. Simple as that, you know. Aura Cat. So Aura Cat is a car that I think they're supposed to be launching this year, but it's been delayed because of the whole pandemic.
Yeah.
Aura Cat launching in Malaysia, man.
Yeah, they brought in, I think, a friend of mine who knows the guy who brought it to Malaysia.
It looks like the Beetle one, right? It looks like the Beetle. Yeah. I'm just amazed that they just went ahead with it, even though it looks sort of like a Porsche. Okay, is this the Aura Cat? I think they have a whole range of cars from China. They have a whole range of cars that looks like Volkswagens and Beetles and Porsches and all that. Yeah. Oh, that one is called Aura Punk Cat. It's called a Punk Cat. Punk Cat looks like a Beetle. Can you find the Punk Cat? Aura Punk Cat. Can I?
Okay, so I just typed Aura Cat and Wikipedia leads me
look at the Punk Cat. Look at the exterior, Chiang, and then later go to the interior. Hey, it looks like a Beetle, right?
Yeah.
Look at the interior, bro.
It's called the Aura R1, the one coming to Malaysia.
Oh, Aura
look
R1.
At Aura R1. They already got pictures. If you see in Port Klang, shipped a few vehicles are already here.
Oh, that one still look like some.
They call this I kid you not in China is the official name is called Aura Hao Mao.
Anyway,
translate as Aura
good cat. Good cat. One is a good cat, one is a punk cat. But you know what? Cars from the 1940s, they all have this design, in a way, rounded headlamps and all that. Hey, who going to highlight this lah?
Wasn't me.
Corner, hey yo. Okay. Mod Daniel, his dream car was a WRX Subaru. On my wall, I used to have a Diablo. Vauxhall VXR8.
Wow.
XESV Project 8. Oh yeah, the Project 8. I think there's one in Malaysia though, the Jaguar XESV Project 8.
Woof.
Yeah.
Dream Japan car. It's a WRX Subaru.
What do you think about the new release of the Porsche Boxster, Bobby? The 25 years anniversary edition Boxster.
Where? Got picture? Porsche.
Porsche Boxster anniversary. So what they did was the 986 came out 25 years ago. So they're having an anniversary version of the 986. And what they've done is, this is it, you know? And the homage is basically, you see that rim there in gold color? They said there was once an option for the gold rim, which I didn't know about. so they,
and they didn't even bother to put that gold rim in the yellow car.
no, the yellow car is the 996, the one I have.
Yeah, at least they should have shown
correct. Yeah, comparison.
Option,
yeah. So if you go to the official website for Porsche, you can see it. But yeah, this is comparison. So they said this color was an option back then. So they're bringing the color back, and that's how they're calling it the Porsche Boxster in 50th year anniversary edition. So compared to Lamborghini Countach, 50 years, and Porsche Boxster, I think Lamborghini did a hell of a job doing that. Opposed to what Porsche is doing.
Are you kidding me? They put in a spectacular effort, man.
Yeah.
Tana, please. Yeah. Please paint your Boxster silver. So beautiful. Look at it. Next to the ginormous 718.
Yeah.
It's so beautiful. Bro, look at the lines. Oh, it's beautiful.
This color is nice, huh?
Oh my god, the 718 is like a giant way. Oh, now I like your 986 already. I really like the 986. If it's in silver color.
We go to the wrap shop, Thomas Heng, and say, Thomas, what color? We pick one color and we wrap the car.
I got a question. Harsuk Singh asked me whether am I planning to get your dream car. I'm fortunate enough to get my dream car already, so I won't be looking at buying cars for a very, very long time. I won't be buying cars anymore. Yeah, I just need my dream engine to go into my 6 Series.
That is an interesting project to talk about.
No lah, it's a wild dream lah. You know, I don't like all this one. You know, like send the car.
Yeah. It's a nice idea to entertain in your head, but once you get into the wiring, it's woof.
Don't do it, Bobby.
I will not object if I have friends who are rich enough to pull a prank on me. You know, like I go holiday, then I come back. Ayah, where's my car? And then you all drive it out. Vroom. Hey, bro, it has a V10 now, bro. Yeah, I won't mind that. You want me to go through the trouble? Oh, tell you no.
No. Bobby is too busy for that kind of nonsense.
So, Con, question for you.
Yeah.
Will you buy a Porsche?
Will I buy a Porsche? Actually, in recent times, I've come to entertain that idea. Actually, I mean, if one day if I were to go into the realm of sports cars, the 911 is a car I would seriously consider.
It's a more realistic expectation than E39 M5 lah, bro. To be honest. Every day aiming for something that
when the Porsche is a more realistic expectation than the BMW.
Yeah.
And then Hashuk also asked, "What's my next car?"
What would be yours?
So for me, and to me the thing is it's and I feel it's almost a cheat because it's a easily reachable car. I can buy it tomorrow, kind of stuff, I know. But I've got this thing about me lah. If I put my mind to something, I must get it. Then only I can buy it, sell it, and I can move on. So I can't move on until I buy it.
So you must have to at least touch base with your 911 before you can free yourself to other considerations.
Correct. It's like I got a list, my checklist, and I must do it. I cannot skip. If I skip, then I pantang, it won't happen. So I must do it.
I like your eyes on the prize approach, bro.
Yep, correct. And then Sean says, Con F10 M5 still got chance. You can do it on.
He needs to sell some cars.
But here's the thing. I like the F10 M5, but I don't lust after it enough that I want to stretch myself, for the car, if that even makes sense.
Okay, how's this? What car will you stretch yourself to get?
E39 M5.
Yeah, that's one. That's one.
No, but that's quite achievable, isn't it? It's not. I mean, you could do it.
Well, but the thing is, I don't have the like whole hard cash to go to an E39 M5 owner and say, "Nah, take my money, give me your."
We can
No,
do
bro.
crowdfunding.
You didn't even keep track of E39 M5s out there, right? Does Daniel Wong's brother still own the E39 M5?
I really don't know. That one I really don't know. He's like,
You didn't. You should bug him every day, right?
There you go.
Con don't like E60 M5, even though it's the best M5 to buy now. Con never loved it.
no, that's the thing. No.
So my opinion is we don't waste time with Con anymore.
But
all right.
yeah. But to me, for a dream car, Bobby, it has to be something that I can see myself working on. So something like
what is the definition of working on?
Working on means that that I could get involved in. I could do some stuff. Maybe some I could repair the car and not just see what's happening there. I want to see it. Any car that's, let's say, electric car, I am not into it. EV, a hybrid, I'm not into that kind of ultimate dream car purchase. Maybe like a F430. Yes, you're talking about like Aston Martin. I'm not sure because I'm scared about the parts availability and stuff. I don't have the thing yet, But Ferraris, Porsches, I think I will still.
Bobby, I think will tell you that an Aston is a lot less temperamental than a Ferrari.
Oh yeah, that's correct. Definitely. It's just that my mind is such a way, Con will like a S-Max RS if existed.
Nah, I think my S-Max as it is it serves its purpose. So don't need more power.
How about a
what is your Saab 93 Turbo X? Oh, nice.
Ooh. Wow, that's something nice to work toward.
Yeah, he loves Saab. I love Saab as well, but unfortunately, Saab died before I am financially strong enough to even get one. I love Saab as much as I back in those days right, in the early 2000s. The brands that I like are Saab, Audi, which is highly unpopular back then, Audi, and Alfa Romeo.
Alfa.
Yeah. I love these brands, Saab, but unfortunately Saab is dead lah. Right. But Tana, like let's say you suddenly become filthy rich.
Okay.
So you go F40 and all that lah.
No. I think if I'm not so into new Ferraris somehow. I just don't
F40.
I don't into new Ferraris. I'm not into old exotic cars. The F40 I won't get. McLaren F1, if I got money, Carrera GT I won't get, and I won't get new one also. To me, is that a car that I can drive and I can bash around, and I don't feel stressed about bashing it up. I want to drive the car. I want to.
Actually, I'm with you. I will not buy a car that I won't drive.
So my ideal car is not the car that's too old or too new. A car that I can daily drive. A car that is powerful enough that the sweet spot is there. That's my target. And then 7.2, yes. F430, yes. If you want to buy any newer car, the only new car I think I may get 600K is the AMG GT. I think I told Thomas the other day. That car I think is fantastic. But other than that, nothing really excites me,
Actually, I really, really do think the AMG GT is a great car to buy.
Fantastic buy. Yep.
Seriously. Even now you look at the price, right? What, for
540? No, for 540 lah.
I've seen one that is, I think maybe people snapped up 490 or something like that. I've seen it. I've seen it. I think real transaction value should be around 450 to 500 lah.
I'll be happy the base spec in GT. Forget S and forget C. Base spec, I'm happy, totally happy. First gen, I'm happy.
Yes.
Because I think all the GTS lah, GTR lah it's like they're just adding layers and layers of stuff in there.
I would go for that over 991, to be honest.
Yeah, but it costs more lah. As I said, if it was the same price, definitely I would get the AMG GT. but definitely it's a different price bracket, you know. Then the 911, I could buy today, I could use for like a year, sell back, I won't lose much. The price is about there. The AMG GT, it's a bit more hard to get. It's still, I think it'll go up. I think it'll remain, but we don't know yet because it's still quite new, lah. So that's the thing.
I think the AMG GT is too new to even be on the appreciating trend, right? Cannot be.
It won't.
People will always buy the newer one. So this one, I don't think it's financially, for me at least, like, no, I won't buy it today. Maybe future, you never know. Yeah.
But yeah, it's a good point actually, because against the 911, I think the 911 is probably a better precision instrument, but this is that AMG 4-liter V8 the drama from the engine alone is worth the sense of occasion.
To me, just being in that cockpit, looking at that long nose, driving it. I was in Sepang when I went for the test drive, and they took me on a taxi ride. I was like, oh my god, it's bonkers. You know, it was so easy to throw, and I was saying, this car is so easy, man. And I think the interior, the way it drives, that look at the profile. It's timeless, like, you know? You can't afford an SLS. You know why? Buy a AMG GT. You know, it's like a cheap man SLS, lah. You know.
But it's not livable daily, lah. It's to be honest, it's very,
I mean, people who buy an AMG GT is not buying it as an only car. Let's put it that way, right? It's a car you buy because you want the option of driving it out once every few days.
And whatever Thomas says, the back to me looks nice also.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Beautiful, Thomas.
It's beautiful. Especially the rear. To be honest. It's nice.
Yeah, but it's the what it's the rear, and also it's the proportions. You know, that long axle to dash distance, right?
It's weird proportion in a way.
But it's unique.
Weird proportion. Unique, very unique.
Unique, right? Yeah.
Nice.
Man, so nice. Beautiful, man.
Anyways,
and you get more attention than a 911, huh?
Oh yes, correct. 911 is like anywhere you can see a 911, anywhere you go.
Since we are on the topic of icons, Theophilus thinks the MR2 or MIS deserves a better cult status than the Supra. Really?
I wouldn't agree.
I don't think so, because I disagree on this, because I think the MR2 and MIS are both cars with distinctly average engines.
It's like entry-level sports car.
I'm sure they are great to drive, right? The mid-engine balance and all, but at the end of the day, they still share the same engine as a Corolla. And when you are that, right, you can't get cult status.
All right. I think any more questions? If not, I think we will just wrap it up for tonight.
I can trade in both my Beamers, and it's not quite the down payment of an AMG GT. Yes.
If like that, I'll trade my cars for a McLaren F1.
you know, maybe after Thomas showed that whole video about McLaren, how cheap it was in Malaysia, $800 or $1,000. You know, people were looking online, and someone shared on our Facebook page 288K for a MP4 12C. I said, cannot be, ma. If God, I want to buy. So I went and checked. No, Sambung Baya.
Yeah, but you know, last week, right? Thomas really had you guys. You know, the last Dude, Where's My Car? I was blown away that the 911 GT3 RS and the McLaren, what was it? Which one is that?
It was the GT3, the 911 GT3 RS lah.
Was it the McLaren?
The same price.
Or 650? Was it 650? I was blown away that they were the same price.
I mean, you can always get expensive 911s lah, but McLaren is McLaren lah.
Oh yeah.
The McLarens initially they depreciate very fast. But because of their rarity, and because of the people who buy them, those people who buy McLarens are people who already have don't know how many Porsches or Ferraris. They won't buy a. I mean, first time supercar buyer unlikely will buy a McLaren lah. No,
Right.
it's those people who they have already tried multiple Ferraris and all that. So for them, these are people with better holding power, I guess. And the GT3 RS, there's just too many of them. Too many. Yeah. So it's about demand and supply at the end of the day.
Yeah, true,
Right?
true. I mean, I was looking at it, I was looking at the comparison. I was like, oh, okay lah. I mean, if I were to put in the position to choose, it's a McLaren all day.
650S is a new enough McLaren lah. It looks new.
Yeah.
But
I was just blown away that there's
GT3 RS is a different thing lah. It's a different proposition lah, I would say, right? Yeah.
Question from
All right,
Ivan
guys.
here. Last
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Would Evo Club consider casting like Carwow?
No. I don't know. Do we want to go there? If we go there, we will be selling cars, lor.
Yeah.
If you guys put a little bit of a study onto Carwow, there are certain brands that hasn't signed up with Carwow that Carwow won't feature. There are certain brands that you cannot see on Carwow, and just because that brand hasn't signed up with Carwow. So the brands that sign up with Carwow will promote them and sell them and sell cars, basically. And it's a big company. We don't have that kind of manpower. Carwow has like 300 staffs in Carwow. They have a very extensive back end to handle customer service and all that. They are a full-fledged big.
Oh yes,
company.
yes.
And
what to
they have the technology and all that. Yeah. So, if you watch the episode where Matt Watson was reviewing the Camry, Matt Watson, we know him from him reviewing cars, we know his taste. So when he was like, hey, I love the interior of the Camry. It's not that the Camry interior is bad, but I wouldn't say it's exceptionally beautiful, but that's the thing. If we start selling cars, I don't know how can
we lose our independence lah.
I don't know. So
now we just
maybe right? Maybe one day someone at Bobby, I'm Dato something, and I want to invest 200 million. You set this up, okay lor. Then we
okay lor.
If any of you are Dato so and so want to contact us for 200 million, by all means contact Bobby.
Until then, we will just sell insurance, we'll sell extended warranty, and we'll sell a fire extinguisher.
Yeah. Our fire extinguisher might be going through a name change, so we'll announce it later.
Oh,
all right. Yeah, just a name change, nothing much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, guys, for staying with us tonight. Yes.
Quick shout out for this week's sessions coming up.
Yes, let's show what we have. Coming up
sorry about that, Tana.
The rest of the week.
I saw Theophilus mention Dodge. There was a Dodge Viper SRT 10 for sale for only 240,000. Please, someone buy it up. I don't know whether anybody saw that post or not. We posted on Horizon. Tana, you got see did you spot it?
Yeah,
the Dodge SRT 10 Viper. That was what's going on?
Yeah. Okay,
Chiang, leave the poster up there. Leave the poster there.
Yeah. Leave it there, Chiang.
Okay. That's tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow, Chris will be talking with absolute legend, Karamjit
Singh,
Malaysia's World Rally Champion driver. Absolute must-watch. Rare chance to get to interview this legend. And on Wednesday we will have Wednesday we will have Alex Stamrock's live concert and also our Chinese show. And Thursday, Tana, what are you having?
Thomas Heng. Thomas Heng is he's
Con's
a successful
elder brother.
Con's elder brother. Thomas actually runs a SAP business, IT business. They do programming for backend CRM solutions. And he also has a company doing car rep called Rep63. So talking about reinventing yourself, he has gone through a point of reinventing new businesses, gone through many areas, and as like his car, it always keep evolving. So next week is going to be interesting. This week, Thursday, we're just talking to Thomas Heng.
Thomas is amazing, this guy.
Amazing.
Another legend.
And of course, Friday we'll have our Thomas Yap who will be on Top Gear. He hasn't told us who is his guest this week. And then over the weekend, Tana, you are on air again. Very busy man you are with Mike and a legend from our.
And also Con, actually. Con is joining us in the session. The picture isn't up there. So we're going to talk about the picture isn't there. We'll talk about BM3 series. So if you want to know about the BM3 series, the evolution, how it came about, join us on Sunday.
Zeph tuning in from Australia all the way.
So this is going to be an epic episode. Can't wait to be a part of it, to join you guys.
He really have a BMW face. Look at him.
Right? His face looks like the BMW logo.
No, his face is like those. What are you looking at? Huh?
MF.
Huh?
One parting comment from Theophilus. What do you guys think of the NSX Swan Song model?
Don't like.
That one doesn't really catch it.
I think they should stop reusing names and invent new things, Like
unless it really carries the spirit of the original, right?
Yeah, It's it's just a marketing thing. Just using a name. Sad but true.
And so guys, before we sign out, there's just something we want to show you guys. For those of you who are in Kuching, well, our new Evo Clubhouse in Kuching has just opened, and but of course you have to be fully vaccinated before you can go in, and the SOPs apply. Call this the Sunset Club Borneo. Official name Sunset Club Borneo. So plenty
I can't wait to go there, man.
Man.
Yeah,
so
this is Alex's new place. Unfortunately, he closed down Feast and Furious in Kuching. But Sunset Club is altogether another thing.
This is
if we can't go other countries yet, we might organize a drive in Sarawak. Who knows? Right? Ship our car over and do a Trans-Borneo drive and visit our Sarawak clubhouse.
All right? Man, that sounds like a thing.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Anything else?
Wait, Bobby. Some Chiang just wanted to correct some facts. Feast and Furious will be back in business in 2022, April 2022.
Okay, good. Now we have two places. Woohoo!
Yay. Okay. All right. I have to do that clap at least once tonight.
Oi, can we say bye-bye properly? Oi, why don't what the hell is
Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always, we'll be back next week. And until then, as we shown you earlier, there are plenty of other shows to keep you guys entertained for the rest of the week. Stay tuned with us. And more importantly, stay safe and stay alive.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, Tana.
Bye.